done this? I can't hardly remember. You know, we haven't done. Testing, testing. We're testing our audio for those who are listening already. Okay. This is a test of the audio for our YouTube channel. David Powell's Weather and Wisdom. Still got an echo, Mark? I can't hear him.
Can't hear him?
No. I see I've got some viewers out there. Tell him I'm still not hearing him. Let's see, is his mic muted?
You still can't hear him?
Hey, Jason Bandy says, howdy, David. Can hear you. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. Hi, Shelly. I'm sure glad to see you guys on here. I've missed you guys. Pettis Weather has subscribed. Somebody subscribed. I heard the music. Push this up to that bar. Push it up. The bar. No. This drop down. The grayed out. No, the other one. Right next to it.
Right there?
No, next over. Right there. As Lion Kelly has subscribed. Lynn Kelly. I'm about to get my glasses on. We're having a few technical difficulties. We're working through them. I know you guys out there can hear me. Humes Jewelers. Hey, welcome to the tribe. I cannot hear
He
him.
got rid of his echo. Let me go.
Maybe my audio's not working. Maybe I can't hear him
I
too much.
think it's because you're on the starting screen. I don't think we've got Mark on the starting screen,
Okay.
which is something I need to work on. It's 40 seconds left and see what crap we have lost Mark.
Okay, we're trying to get these technical issues worked out, so everybody bear with us for just a minute. Hey, Judy, thank you for she says, thank you for being here with us. And Stephanie Gross says, I can hear you also. Humes Jewelers, Pam and Rodney Humes watching. Hey, Pam, Rodney, you guys are the best. I really do enjoy having you guys on here. We're still trying to get through some of this stuff, but we'll see what happens here in just a minute. I got my technician here working on this. I am going to introduce you to some new radar technology to where you can actually see these maps much better. There's Mark. Now, yeah, I'm seeing him. Ooh, Mark, can you hear me?
I hear you fine.
Hey,
Just
okay.
got the echo back now.
Yeah, I got you on, though. I hear your audio, so that's good.
That's the new one right there.
Okay. Okay, well, I just lost him again.
Oh, my friend.
It's fine.
Okay, now I got you.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just a second though. Shane's busy working out the details here. All right. Now I see you and I hear you, and all is right with the world, at least for some people. But anyway, hey everybody, welcome aboard. We're now live, and I wanted you to look at this new radar. You know, I had a lot of people say they couldn't read the words and everything, and I agreed with you. So I went through and I found a new map for this Radar Omega. And now you should be able to see the city names pretty good. It looks like there's no difference in this than what it was before, but I'm going to go over here and try to move my maps a little bit so you can see that we're dealing with a line of storms coming in. They haven't reached Hopkinsville yet, but they are in Cadiz. I tell you what, Mark, I'm going to see if I can look at that cam over there at I-24. Let me see here. There we go. Ooh, pretty dark over there. Can you see this?
It's dark, and that area is part of a line of storms that's extending from way up around Princeton all the way down into Tennessee, all the way out past I-40 in Tennessee. It's moving eastward. It's severe down in the Tennessee area, but up in our area, we haven't had any reports or any warnings for severe yet.
Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. If it starts acting up a little bit, we'll go back to it. Now, let me see if I can find a way to get back to you without losing you. Let's see here. Hang on. Let's try. Okay, I did it. Man, I'm proud of us.
Ta-da.
Yeah. I'm reading a few comments. Angela says, been praying for your family, David. Hey, I appreciate that. Most of you, if you don't know already, I lost my sister this past week. It's been kind of tough, which is one reason I've been absent on here. And I said I wasn't going to get choked up, but right there, it kind of got to me. You know, you guys have been good friends to me, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate your condolences through a difficult time. And Hotel Mario says, hello, David. It's been a little while. Good to see you. What do you expect for Southern Muhlenberg? Well, Mark, looks like, let's go up here, and I just love being able to see these city names, you know. It looks good.
Yeah, Muhlenberg's in the same shape as we are. They've got a little line coming in on them. We're going to get some thunder, some rain, and some probably winds up around 40 miles an hour as it rolls through. Behind that, there's a little bit more rain. We're expecting multiple rounds of storms for the next, like say, 24 hours or so.
Do you think this will help take some of the energy out of us so that they won't be severe?
Probably. We'll have to wait and see. The next line that's showing up on the HRRR radar forecast is not rolling in till late tonight, like past 2 a.m. So we'll have to wait and see if anything develops between now and then. Sometimes the HRRR isn't good at picking up on small features.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about those models here in a little bit. I'll read a few more comments. Says Aaron Rhodes, says Aaron down in Bowling Green. Hi, Aaron. Welcome aboard. RO, radar looks amazing. Thanks for always striving to satisfy us, and that I do strive to do that. I want to always look for things to improve upon the product, and I'm really happy with this map. It looks so much better. It's cleaner, and we can see all the city names and everything. So I'm real tickled with this technology here. I want to take a look down here in Clarksville. They're under severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see if I can get an idea of what it says. Okay, it says at 2:09 p.m., the severe thunderstorm is located along a line extending from near Big Rock to McEwen to Hurricane Mills and moving east at 50 miles an hour. The hazard with this is that it's got 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. Now, this is radar indicated, but it says the impact, expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Clarksville, Springfield, Dixon, Oak Grove, Ashland City, Centerville, Fort Campbell, Coopertown, White Bluff, Kingston Springs, Pegram, Burns, Guthrie, Fairview, Pleasant View, Charlotte, Adams, Van Leer, Cedar Hill, and Sladen. Ooh, that's a mouthful. Okay. So, yeah, this is a pretty good area of thunderstorms. Most of it is severe in that area, but I really do like being able to see these names. It just takes the guesswork out of this. Now, probably it's going to also be moving up to the northeast a little bit. That's why they mentioned Oak Grove, which is probably getting some rain right now. And yeah, it may get on up here into Russellville, Logan County. We'll watch this and see. Not a lot of lightning indicated with it, but we do have some over here around Katie's, that storm over there. I'm going to take another quick look at that. Oh, yeah, there's the rain there now. That is some pretty hefty rains coming in, and I hear a warning coming across. So we'll see what that warning is. As soon as it comes across, we'll have it. I'm going to pull this out a little bit, see where the warning is going to be, because I haven't posted on the radar just yet, but it will be just a moment. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, let me make a change here.
Okay, Dave, that's again for our counties and our watchers down in Tennessee, from basically right at the border where Oak Grove is, south through Clarksville, Charlotte, Dixon, and Fairview, almost down to Centerville.
Yeah.
It's for severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see, storms which prompted the, okay, that's on down here. There it is. Remains in effect. At 2:45, severe thunderstorms are located along the line from Oak Grove to 9 miles north of White Bluff and 9 miles northeast of Centerville, moving east at 40. Hazard 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Radar indicated. So that's what all these have been, is radar indicated so far. They did have some reports back to the west near Bumpus Mills. They had a report of a large tree down blocking Highway 120 between Big Rock and Bumpus Mills. And then they had another one down south of there that had several trees down. That was on down to the west of the Waverly area.
Okay, I'm going to quickly try to take a shot from one of our units that's out in the field. Actually, this is right here at Weather Operations. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's a pretty dramatic looking storm. There we go. Mark, I lost you. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm not getting your audio, but anyway, this is the storm that's coming in on us here in Hopkinsville. This is western Hopkinsville that we're in right here, looking out across the backfield here. And yeah, you can see some pretty hefty storms there. Let me go back.
That's a gorgeous backside of a shelf cloud.
Yes, it is gorgeous. Let me see where I lost that one. Let me see if I can bring it back. Let's see here. Well, I got I got that one up, but I don't have you, Mark. So just a minute here. Let's see here. Well, I can't get just that shot.
Hey, Dave, look at the camera over by I-24.
Okay.
Katie's.
Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's some heavy rains coming in now. Blinding torrential rains over there at I-24. And Katie's, this is shot courtesy WKDZ Radio, one of their weather cams, and it is pretty heavy rains there. So, do we have that over on the, okay. Okay, so we brought our camera back up. That's sitting outside Weather Ops. We're going to leave that one up a little bit as we talk about some of this other stuff. Well, it looks like we got a lot more storms further south. Looks like Tennessee's going to get the worst of it. Then behind all this, looks like we got just mainly rain. I want to look at the UT Martin camera, and it is out. So it was out last week when I was looking at it, but let's see if I can see anything else. Let's try this one down here. This is, I forget where this one is. Gibson County. And basically you just see the storms off to the west a little bit. That's not really a great shot. Hearing some lightning, and I'm hearing some thunder out there, so there is some lightning in this storm that's approaching Hopkinsville. I'm going to go in a little bit closer on it, and you kind of get an idea of exactly where the worst of it is. Looks like it's about to get to the southwestern part of the bypass. I might be able to sit on that camera over there. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, there it is. That's a looking back to the southwest, and that solid gray area is heavy rain that you're seeing. So that's just approaching Hopkinsville. Let's see what it looks like at Hopkinsville Elevator. And it's not showing us a whole lot. It's probably could stand to be pointed back to the west a little bit. This is pointed east, so it's pointing the wrong direction for us to get a good shot at it. But anyway, I'm going to go back to our radar. Okay, Mark, let's talk a little bit. Let me see. Well, I want to read a little bit of the comments we're getting. Aaron Rhodes says, sorry for your loss. Thank you, Aaron. Means a lot. And Heather Cooper as well. Thanks, David, for always keeping us update. And sorry for your loss. Heather Hosley. Weather Channel app is showing 2 radar indicated tornadoes. Are you seeing that also? Mark, we're not seeing anything like that, are we?
No,
No.
no.
We have the ability to look at the wind speeds in this, and I don't think I see anything that would indicate any kind of rotation to mount anything in this, right?
No, sometimes the algorithm that they use will get a little bit wonky, especially when they're in close to a radar site, and they'll show like a radar indicated rotation or something like that. But believe me, if there was any rotation in these, both National Weather Service and us would be all over them.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that.
Yeah,
So
I see probably there is a little area down in Ashland City that might be showing that, but again, that's right on the leading edge of the storm, and there's a lot of little gust eddies on those as they go through.
yeah, let me see here. I'm looking for. Oh, okay. There's Ashland City right here. So yeah, I see what you're saying. But really, these are heavy rain makers, but they don't seem to be too terribly intense. Let's look at the special weather statement. Winds in excess of 40 miles an hour, pea-sized hail, radar indicated. Gusty winds could knock down a few tree limbs and blow around unsecured object, and minor damage to outdoor objects is possible. So the storms are already near Fort Campbell. And I'm hearing the wind blowing pretty good out there. It sounds a little eerie. Let me go back and take a look at that. Let's see here. See if I can find it. Well, there's a good shot of the camera outside in the parking lot of the clouds. It's swirling around up there, but yeah, look at the speed those things are moving at.
Yeah, these storms are moving eastward at a fairly good pace. This particular line of storms started out way over in Missouri earlier in the day, like about I first noticed them about 8 o'clock this morning when I first looked at the radar after I got up, and I tell you, these have moved, just marched all the way across, and they're here now. So
Yeah, we're getting some pretty hefty rains outside our studio. I want to thank you all so much for everything that you're doing. Let's see here. Bonnie Lamb says winds getting up in Hopkinsville. Yeah, I'll vouch for that. They are getting up. They're not terrible, though. We're holding our own. The peak gust seems to be about 40 miles an hour. So we're still under severe criteria. And also, let's see here. Sue Mayo in Clarksville. This one is a loud talker. I would imagine it is. I see some lightning strikes down there. So, yeah, it'd be making some noise. Ashley Willis says rain is pretty thick in Oak Grove. Husband had to stop mowing the lawn. I know he hated that. Good grief. I know he wanted to go on and get that yard mowed. I'm sorry. I had to do that a couple of days ago, and it was miserable. But let's see here. R.O. says, my sister's at Murray State for Friends and Family Day. She says the rain, she says rain, thunder, and lightning. And yeah, I can vouch for that. They've got mainly just a steady shower over there right now in Murray. And that would be this area right over in here. So, you know, at least it's not a washout. We had a pretty decent day really to start out with, just muggy. Oh my goodness, it's so muggy out there. I did not want to go outside. I didn't even want to come down here, but you know, I missed you guys so much. I haven't been on here in a while, and you don't know what you mean to me. And anyway, here's Stephanie Gross says we are between Oak Grove and Pembroke, and we currently have rain, thunder, and lightning. So yes, you do. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom in about this area right here. That'd be right in here. So yeah, you've got some pretty heavy rains, and you may be able to hear the rain over my microphone outside the studio because it's really coming down hard. Shelley Workman says the worst. I think the worst is over in the Katy City area, noisy and rain right now. And so yeah, I would say you're probably right. This is right in this area. We're still going to get some pretty hefty rains. I'd say Gracie's about to really get in on. There's Gracie. Here's Montgomery. There's Katie's. We can go down a little closer if some of you want to see your actual houses. I should be able to show them to you. There we go. They're more in the gray now instead of the black like they were on the other map. But hey, I will risk that to be able to show you guys the actual buildings. Let's see here. Trying to figure out where I am here. Okay. So here's the I-24 interchange, and this is 68 going east towards Hopkinsville. And so you can see, I think this is those tobacco barns right here. So it gives you an idea. We can actually go down and see the individual buildings and things that are being affected. Right now, Hopkinsville, yeah, you're getting a pretty hefty rain, especially on the eastern side of Hopkinsville. It's lighting up just a little bit on the western side. Let's see here, down around Masonville to the east of there. St. Elmo, you're probably getting it pretty good. Looks like Oak Grove's getting it. We've got a fairly steady rain going. Trenton is about to get in on it, but we have this circle here. That's the actual radar site. That's the reason it's called the cone of silence. And so you can't really see anything at the radar site itself, but you can see that it's definitely causing some issues. Logan County looks like you're getting in on it a little bit over around Lickskillet and close to Dot and Keysburg. We've got a little area of showers there. And you're going to have some more of this stuff coming your way. Middleton, getting a little bit of showers there along Highway 100 before you get to Franklin.
Down in Tennessee, that warning continues now for south of Clarksville and goes all the way over into the Nashville area and past.
Okay.
So they're expecting that line of storms down in that area to continue to progress and still be severe.
Yeah, it's
right about just about to get into you at Ashland City right now, and then extends on down to Fairview and on down south. It looks like the line of storms is going to maybe affect Franklin, Brentwood, Nolensville, Smyrna, Mount Juliet, Lakewood, Hendersonville, Millersville, and downtown Nashville as it starts to move on in.
okay. Let's see. We got some folks chatting with us here. Connie Chancellor, hi Connie, says thank you for keeping us updated, David. Sending prayers for you, my friend. Well, I can't tell you how much that means. I just can't tell you. James Dolworth says, have you any updates on cameras in our area? No, but we have not forgotten it. We are working on it diligently. We've got some stuff to present to a couple of people that may help us to get the cameras in here like that. I really do like those cameras. It just, they're a little expensive. They're about $6,000 a piece. It includes the weather station and the live camera. There's a subscription at live camera, but that includes a 3-year subscription on the live camera. I think that's why UT Martin lost their camera, is that they didn't pay the subscription for the camera itself. They still keep the weather station, so that's worth having for that too. Maddie Robinson says, my air is bad. Well, I don't know how to respond to that. Nancy Rogers says, bless y'all for doing this. You don't know how much you're appreciated. I've missed it. I've missed you guys so much. In the last few days, weeks, it just seems like, life has happened. It's been one storm of life after another, and, I'm getting through it. But I'll tell you the truth. You guys have helped more than you possibly know. Just knowing you were there and saying prayers for me and my family in this troubled times. And I'm still a little tender. I'm not I'm better, so I'll be okay. We just got to hang in there till better times come, and they will. They'll come. Looks like a storm over Hopkinsville, Mark, is intensifying somewhat.
It might be a little bit. It's picking up a little bit of steam. I noticed they did continue on and extend the special weather statement on it.
Yeah, over towards Russellville now, I think, is in on it. These storms over around east of Lickskillet is intensifying somewhat, and around Dot. Pembroke's getting in on the action, or about to.
Yeah, the special weather statement is for winds in excess of 40 miles an hour and pea-sized hail.
Oh.
Again, this is radar indicated.
Yeah. Yeah, over on Logan County, it appears that locations impacted will be Russellville, Adairville, Lewisburg, Cooperstown, Gordonsville, Danby, Spa, Epley's, and Dennis and Dot. So we already kind of knew that was coming. Let's see here. Craig Edwards, thanks for the update. You're welcome, Craig. Barbara Pierpoint, no rain at the hospital yet, JSMC. I would suspect you're probably getting some now. Let me see if I can zoom in there and pick that hospital up. Ooh, look at all the buildings. Yeah, you're getting some rain there now. I don't know how much. Let's see, there's Cox Mill Road, 272. So,
If they're not getting much there now, I'll tell them to wait a minute. It's coming.
yeah, they're getting some. They have to be. I think this is the hospital, I believe, right here in this area. That's West 17th. Okay, here's 18th. So yeah, it's this area of buildings and everything's pretty much the hospital. So yeah, you're getting some rain there now, that's for sure. But it is intensifying. I mean, it's really pounding us here right now, and at Weather Operations and at the studio as well here at Weather and Wisdom. Let's see here. Angela, is that rain we're hearing in the background? Yes. And she says, man, that sounds like a gully washer. It sounds like a gully washer. You're right. It is really coming down. And it looks dark out there, too. Maddie Roberts says, I'm checking the radar. Renee Denton says, getting dark in Cerulean now, but no rain yet. Well, let's see here. Cerulean? Yeah, you should be getting some rain. I guess I'm a little late reading your post, but thank you for posting on it. Let's see, Reggie Murphy. We can hear thunder at Lewisburg. Thank you for keeping us updated. Maddie Robinson says, there's thunder now. So Eric Brake says, heavy rain on Skyline Drive. Maddie Robinson, my air's at 109. Trish Horn, thank you all for what's it looking like for Hopkinsville. Well, hopefully you can see the radar. Mainly Hopkinsville, let's see here, from about most of the city limits northward is getting some pretty heavy rain. You go south towards the southern bypass and it lightens up to where you're not getting any rain at some points of it. But that rain shield extends all the way down to Pembroke right now. So if you're traveling 41 going down towards Pembroke, you're going to be getting some heavy rains. Let's see here. Maddie Robinson says bad because that's where I am. I guess you're on 109. So yeah, it was bad a few minutes ago. It probably has lightened up some now. Lawson wants to know will there be another round tonight. Mark, you might still be able to answer that. I'm still thinking this is going to take a lot of the energy out of the atmosphere.
I think it will. We'll have some rain in behind it here coming in. and we may have some showers in the overnight hours, but again, it's going to be on toward early morning before anything is showing another line of storms coming through itself.
Okay, and Solo Traveler 315 says raining hard in Pembroke. Yeah, I can see that. The radar is showing it certainly. Chuck Jenkins says, can you update the severe threat for the rest of the evening? Yeah, I think we just did pretty much, but Mark, you might want to reiterate some of that.
Okay. National Weather Service does have us in an area for a marginal risk for severe weather. Slight risk was what was going on a little bit earlier. This was our slight risk right here, I think. And I think in the rest of the evening, we may get some showers or storms. I see another one popping up back by New Madrid and some other storms starting to pop up. We'll get different little areas of storms moving through, but I don't think we'll get anything severe or any lined up severe storm lines until maybe early morning hours, if then.
Okay. And I would agree. You know, when you middle of the night and everything, of course, the front probably will not come through. This is a cold front trying to work its way through, but it's a slow mover. And this is a little disturbance riding along that front. It's bringing us this. And once that cold front gets through, you're going to see and feel a difference in the air out there.
Right now, National Weather Service has got our forecast high here in Hopkinsville for Tuesday of 75.
Wow.
Overnight lows in the upper 50s.
Here in August, in 75 degrees for a high. And that may be optimistic. It may be a little lower than that. But anyway, hey, there's your friend Dave. He says, hello, everyone watching from Huntington, West Virginia.
Hello, Dave. How are things in Huntington?
Brittany Overton says, how is Crofton looking? Crofton hasn't got in on this just yet. We're kind of watching that. It does look like that some of these storms to the west will come over Crofton. They're currently down around Friendship, and Hawkins, and Cerulean, moving east. But again, right now they just look like plain old thunderstorms. There's nothing severe about it. Dave says, is this storm headed towards the Ohio Valley, Mark?
If you're talking about the upper Ohio Valley, Evansville area and such, no, they may get some storms later in the day, but right now down here in the southern part, it almost comes straight across from Missouri, along the Missouri-Arkansas border, straight across into the Kentucky-Tennessee border area is the greatest risk for storms and severe weather tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I believe this is Advanced Missouri live camera out there. Beautiful cloud formation. So that's that storm that's forming up around New Madrid. You said that I was just getting a good look at, and but even there the temperature is down to 78 degrees. So yeah, there's some cooler air, rain cooled air, I guess is what that is right now. I got a little storm up around Elizabethtown, one just east of Henderson, east of Owensboro. A lot of lightning out there. I'm really getting pounded.
And again, for the outlook for tomorrow for the Ohio Valley, as you get on over into Kentucky-Ohio border, over toward Huntington and up along towards Pennsylvania, where the Ohio runs, they're under a slight risk for severe weather tomorrow as this system moves off toward the east a little bit.
I'm looking right now at Huntington, West Virginia. Let's see, what river is that runs right along it?
The Ohio runs right along there, and the Kanawha River doesn't come into the Ohio River until up around Point Pleasant. It's on up a little bit farther to the north.
Oh, okay. So I thought you guys
I think the Big Sandy is what meets up with the Ohio right there at Ashland, Ironton, Huntington area, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you're so inclined, go herd.
Yeah. Go what?
Go herd. Marshall University's Thundering Herd. They're out of Huntington, West Virginia there.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see here. Gwen Cruz says, hey guys. Donna Lord says, hello David and Mark. Sandy Christian says, thank y'all for keeping us updated. Dave says, sunny with a little clouds out there. Too bad we don't have a camera over your way, Dave. Cody Kent says, hey David, what's it look like for Nortonville? I was just looking up that way a few minutes ago. Let's go back over here. Here's Nortonville, and you're probably going to get some rain out of this. I don't know how intense it's going to be. You know what? Let me put this in motion. We haven't put this stuff in motion at all. So now you get an idea. Yeah, it looks like you're going to get some rain out of this. There's a little cell right here coming straight for Nortonville. Doesn't look like anything to be worried about. But you can see a lot of lightning strikes down here, especially down around Elkton. Around Hopkinsville as well, we're getting lightning strikes. This one down here just southwest of Elkton is packing a little bit of a punch. It's not severe, but it's a little on the strong side. Let's see here. I hope you guys like this map. I do. I just absolutely love this map that we're using now, where you can see the city's names much better, and I hope you guys like it. Robin, let's see if I get this last name right. Nicolakakis says, hello, thank you for always keeping us in the know. Robin, thank you, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name. Dave says, thank you. Cody Kent, always appreciate what you and Mark do with keeping us informed and up to date. And Maddie Robertson, scattered storms in Franklin. Are you in Franklin now, Maddie? And Dave says, great map. Thank you, Dave. I was hoping to get some feedback on that. I just know a lot of people were saying, oh, I can't read it. Oh, thank you, Robin. She said I did a good job on the last name. And Maddie Robertson is in Franklin, yes. Maddie, that's where I've got a lot of family over there, so I'm very familiar with Franklin. You know, it started out as a little town, but it's not so little anymore. It's growing really fast, right there close to the state line, and between Bowling Green and the state line. Summer Stone says it's thundering in Katie's, and Trish Horn says, love the new map. Thank you, Trish. I appreciate that. It's always nice to know that we did make a good leap in technology there to try to help everybody. Shelley Workman says, what time is this supposed to come in again? Early in the morning? And I think Mark said around 2 a.m. Is that right, Mark?
That's right. Around 2 a.m. is when it's going to come back in, at least according to the HRRR. Now, the timing and the exact location could be off a little bit because, again, the HRRR, they update it every hour and things are always changing on it.
Dave says, I can read it without my glasses. I wish I could. I tell you, there's so many things on here to look at. I have to have my glasses so I can read y'all's comments and everything. James Williams says, thanks, David. I like the new map. It's easy to read, and I can zoom in. Good. I'm glad to hear that. We've been experimenting while we've been absent on here. I'm so glad you guys stuck with us. You know, it's been troubling times, but we've come through it, and just like we're getting a storm out there, we've been through a storm of life, and you know, it's one of those things you weather and you get by. That's all you can do. Maddie says, my family's in Hopkinsville. Well, at least, Maddie, you can see now what kind of weather they're getting. It is storming here in Hopkinsville right now. It has been for quite a while. I mean, a lot of heavy rain. I'm looking at the camera that was on our unit that was outside, and it is completely covered in rain, so I think they kind of gave up on that. But I do want to encourage you guys to please subscribe and hit like on the page. If you subscribe, you're going to become a member of the Watchers of the Wind tribe. And what that means is I've already got the design. We've got it worked up, and probably just, I don't know. I don't want to charge anything for it, but I got to get the postage handling. Otherwise, I'd go broke for all the people that's wanting to get on there. But I do want to make sure. I'll let you know it's almost ready, and we'll let you know where you can get that at. Maddie Robbins says yes. She's referring to, I said, at least you can see what the weather's like there. So anyway, I'm waiting to see. Let's take a look at some of these other cameras while we're waiting on this storm to see what it's going to do. Let's look back. Looks like this one over here in the west near New Madrid and Hickman is intensifying somewhat. Let's see. I don't really have a camera close there. Let's see what this one at Dexter looks like. Oh, that's a pretty shot. Look at those clouds. You can see the striations. It's looks like stratus and some alto stratus. Stratus means a layer. Insight wants to know, is there any rain for Somerset, Kentucky? It needs to cool down. I have no air conditioning. Well, you know what? Let's talk about that a little bit, Mark. You know,
Yeah, well, for today, for Somerset, you may be waiting a little bit for these storms to roll through to maybe try to cool you off today, but there is cooler weather coming. When we talked about our high here only being 75 on Tuesday, that's a pretty good area of cooler air that's going to push into the eastern half of the United States.
yeah, and you know, that promises to have a little bit of staying power. So what'll happen, and this is what, now this is, I'm going to explain to you guys something about models and the differences in them. All of them agree that yeah, Tuesday's going to be nice, beautiful, fall-like day. Highs in the low to mid 70s. Wednesday will be maybe a degree or two warmer. Still going to be beautiful. Now on Thursday, it looks like we might get a few clouds. There's another cold front that's going to try to get through here. Actually, there's a little disturbance going to come through and it'll drag a cold front with it. And here's where some of the different places, Weather Service offices disagree, is that I think the Paducah Weather Service office says it's going to get hot going into the weekend. But the Louisville Weather Service office says, oh, Dave. Mark, Dave just donated $50 to the channel. Dave, I can't tell you what that means.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
We're going to send you one of those Watchers of the Wind stickers free of charge. As soon as I get them printed up, I'll make sure you get one. We'll try to get it figured out what your how to get it to you. I'm going to need your mailing address and everything, but maybe you can message me on my Facebook page, David Powell on Facebook, and you know, I will get out a messenger and I'll acknowledge that I got it, and we'll send it to you. Dave has super chatted $50. Boy. He says it's an awesome channel. It just helps out with the postage. Thank you so much. Eric Brake says $50. Dave says he has no social media, so we'll have to figure out something some way to get this information to him. We do have an email that we can, let's see, do we have a regular email set up where we can get messages to us, or do you know yet? I think we're working on getting that set up. We have one for the business, but I need one that for something like this where you can send that email to us, and then we can, I'll work on that. Be watching for us in the future, Dave, and I'll try to get that information to you. But thank you again so much. Maddie Robinson says $50. Now, I know that don't mean you guys are donating. I wish you guys were donating 50, but anyway, thank you so much. Maddie says, I'm checking the weather for Bear, Delaware. Is that right? The city's name is Bear. If that's the case, we can go do that for you. Bear, Delaware. Let's see. All right, I've got to remember myself. Okay, this is Rhode Island. This is Connecticut. Hold on.
How do you spell that?
Bear, B-E-A-R.
Okay.
There's Maine. You know what? I can't find Delaware. I know it's in here somewhere. Wait a minute. What is this? There's Vermont. Is this Concord? Is that Delaware? Manchester? I don't know. All right, somebody help me out here. Dave says, my pleasure. You don't know. Brenda Hanson. Brenda, what can I say about you, girl? You've been a really, really good friend. Love you to pieces. She said, I'm a busy man. Walmart and weather. Good to see you. Go ahead.
Extended forecast for 3 miles north-northeast of Bear, Delaware. Today there'll be partly cloudy, or tonight partly cloudy, low 69. Monday partly sunny, high 87. Monday night, 80% chance of heavy rain coming in, low 72. 60% chance of showers likely, then 40% chance of thunderstorms. On Tuesday, they're high 86. Tuesday night, they're low 66, partly cloudy. Wednesday, high 83, mostly sunny. Wednesday night, low 65, mostly clear.
Okay. Hope that answers your question, Maddie. Oh man, it's been a long day. It's been a long several days, everybody. So please bear with me. Brenda, again, it's good to see you, and enjoyed talking with you. Let's see here. Raven 9989. Anything expected later for Somerset? Yes, I think that Somerset, everybody's going to get in on the action of this stuff. It's just you guys are going to be a little later because the cold front's not anywhere near you yet. But once that cold front draws closer, it may be wee hours the morning before you start getting anything. It might even be first thing tomorrow on Monday. But you will be getting something at some point there. Let's see here. Cook?
Yeah, right now, we are starting to see some showers pop up, thunderstorms pop up. Hardensburg, Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, New Haven, Springfield, Bloomfield area.
Yep.
And those will be moving off to the east, again, about 40 miles an hour.
So I think overall this rain shower and thunderstorm line will expand eastward, and it will eventually take in Somerset, Monticello, and Glasgow, and Campbellsville. Everybody will get in on the action eventually. Let's see here.
That storm that's over right now is just almost on top of Hickman, Kentucky, is at the south end of a really ragged little, what was trying to develop into a line but hasn't developed into anything except for that one storm cell. So we need to be aware of that one. Remember what we say about storm cells off by themselves.
Yeah, they can get kind of nasty. Are you talking about this one right here around Hickman?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the one Mark is referring to. It's right on the Mississippi River, Hickman. So it has moved, or for the most part, moving into Kentucky. It should be near South Fulton, if this storm track is to be believed, in about, close to an hour. So we'll see how that thing plays, because if it does expand and increase, and that's going to tell us what this area back here is like. Excuse me, folks. Let's see. Cook 33314 says, how's it looking for Kelly, Kentucky? Well, pretty much like it is everybody else. We've looks like eventually right now Kelly's getting some pretty heavy rains. I'm going to come in a little closer. Yeah, so right there at Kelly, it looks like it might be slacking off just a little bit, but you've had some pretty hefty rains the last little bit, so it is starting to slack off some as this moves on off to the east. Same thing up around, looks like Mountain Zor Latham Road. I'll come in a little closer just to see how much we can see. Yeah, so we have some pretty good storms, rain right in there, but nothing terrible, just some pretty heavy rain. Moderate rain is what I would call it. Then on off towards Highway 109 or Dawson Springs Road, looks like Pleasant Green Hill, getting some lighter showers. Same thing with 91 Princeton Road. You go back up around Sinking Fork, it starts to lighten up quite a bit. Looks like the heavy stuff is pretty much over for Hopkinsville. It's now moved on off to the northeast and east, so places now getting it pretty good. It looks like Honey Grove, Fairview still getting quite a bit, Liberty getting some, Allegheny about to get in on the action. Elkton, you're already in the midst of it right now. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be good. James Williams just donated $10 monthly. I need to know if it went through. I might have to get my technician to ask about that. Mark, if you happen to see him out there somewhere, just ask him to step up here for just a second. But we'll check on that, James. I appreciate it, though. I really do. Let's see if we can find that for you. Uh, you're welcome, Cook 33314. This right here. Is there a way to check and see if it went through? I'm letting my tech take over this because now you're getting into something that I'm not real familiar with on how that stuff works. I'll let you know here in just a second. Boy, some of these technical guys just amaze me. I don't know how they do it. Mark, we're up to 2,727 subscribers now. Boy, we've got a lot of
All
subscribers.
right.
Yeah, I don't know where they all came from, but
Fantastic.
yeah, I'm appreciative. You guys are great. It looks like we've had several just subscribe in the last 3 or 4 days, and we weren't even on there, but I appreciate them. Now, let's see here.
Absolutely. Dave, that storm over by Hickman, it's kind of peaked out and started to diminish a little bit. So, again, it may be starting to get in the air there. It's been kind of worked over by that previous line.
Okay, we'll go back over and take a look at it here just a second. James, don't give up on us. We're still checking on it. Maddie Robertson says she's going to donate later. Maddie, that's fine. I appreciate you anyway, regardless whether you donate or not. Everyone on here are friends, and I think the world of you all, and those that donate, yeah, I think a lot of you too. It's just, you know, it helps us to be successful, provide us the ability to bring more technology into this. This map is just one example of how we think it looks better for you, and I'm going to continue to improve that. I see what you mean there, Mark. You know, that storm around Hickman, yeah, it's kind of dying out now. So that tells me that this area back here behind all this is a little bit stable. It doesn't look like it's anything that's going to build up much. So, you know, we're going to be mainly looking at pretty well a steady rain event after this stuff gets on through. Looks like Montgomery, Gracie, Cadiz, Canton, Aurora, Linton, Rockcastle, all of you getting just a fairly steady rain.
Yeah. There are storms starting to build up over in Missouri, but they're not really that well organized into lines or anything yet. There's just an area down to the southwest of Waynesville that's got a lot of little storms starting to form, and a little bit of a line way up by Boonville and Sedalia over in Missouri. And again, if that comes straight east, that's going to go north of us. It'll go into the St. Louis area.
Yeah, I see that one up there. Let's see, I should be able to get a radar shot from Kansas City. Oops. If I can find the radar site. There it is. Yeah, it's a pretty good little storm too, but it's just really nothing to write home about. It's just a little storm. You know, when's the last time you heard of this much rain and stuff in July? I mean, I'm sorry, in August. And when's the last time you saw this vegetation this green in mid-August?
I was just commenting to my wife and my grandkids today. We were getting out of the van when we got home from church, and they were talking about something. And I said, yeah, for once, it's August, and I'm stepping out on the grass, and it's not crunchy.
Oh my goodness. Reggie Murphy, $99.99 says, hope this helps out. We really enjoy everything you and Mark do. And the Facebook weather updates are always great. Thank you, Reggie. Oh my gosh. He has super chatted that amount. He said, hope this helps out. And it will. You don't know how much that helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, you guys are also just automatically going to be, I'm going to have to send those Watchers of the Wind I guess we're going to do decals for car windows to start with. And we may do something a little later, like for shirts and things. But this is just to kind of get things going so you guys can actually enjoy it. We'll try not to make it too obtrusive on your windows or anything so that you can just proudly display it. But thank you so much. James, we're still checking on. He went to get his phone to see if he can look at it through that way so we don't mess up while we're on air live. And I guess that's why we can't check it right there. But Reggie, thank you so, so much. You just don't know how much we appreciate it. Gina Ann says, will you have members in the future? Of course we will. We want to make this the most populous tribe anywhere around. This is based on Native America. We were talking about here a while back. We were all on here on chat like we are right now. We were discussing the weather and everything and how windy it had been. And when I started saying welcome to the tribe, when someone would subscribe, everybody started saying, well, what's the name of our tribe? So I said, well, you guys come up with the name. And so someone came up with Watchers of the Wind. And that stuck, and everybody seemed to like it. So we've taken it. We've made a design out of it. We've made a logo with it. It looks really nice. It's got I guess it's an eagle feather mark that's on the back side of it. And then you've got the wind signs coming from it. So, yeah, it's nice. So,
Yeah.
Maddie Roberts says, my power just went off, so she's in Franklin. So Franklin's getting a power outage. Piper says, how's Russellville looking? It got dark here quick, and yes, it does. It gets dark really quick. Let me move over that way so you guys can see the radar.
Yeah, Russellville, you may see a little bit of small hail. It'd be really small when it reaches the ground, but it'd probably be pea size or less. And that'd be probably more on the south side of Russellville than anything.
And Maddie, are you in eastern side of Simpson, or western side of Simpson County? By the way, Dave says, great job, Reggie, and all viewers watching. I wish I could tell you. There just doesn't seem to be enough good words to tell you guys how much that means to us. Really, I can't just tell you how much. It's just, I am very humbled by it. And most of you know me. I'm not a person who's big on getting credit, stuff like that. I just want to do a job and keep everybody safe because I've been in your shoes, and it means a lot to have something like this. It would have meant a lot to me and would have calmed me when I used to be afraid of storms. I'm no longer fear storms. In fact, I go by there's a motto among the Kentucky Spotter Service called Nulla Tempestus Timuris, which is fear no storm. Gina Ann says, I love this channel. Y'all keep us so informed. I always feel so much better watching y'all. Thank y'all. Gina, you're very welcome. We're glad that you like the channel. Again, we've tried to make some improvements on it. We specifically tried to make it where everyone can see the names of the cities. Because, boy, before it was dark, you couldn't read. In fact, I even had trouble seeing it, and I'm right in here with it. So this helps all of us. Lisa Knopfsinger says, thanks for all you do to keep us informed. You're welcome, Lisa. All of you are very welcome. I love you guys, and you have been just a blessing to us, and I hope we have been a blessing to you guys. It really has been an honor to serve you, and we hope to continue to do that. And so those that have super chatted and made the very kind donations, I can't tell you. It's going to go a lot, and I'll see if I can't help you guys. So we got the postage, so we'll try to start getting a way where you can get the email or address to me, and we'll start sending out some of these decals for your vehicle. Hopefully you'll like it, and we'll go from there. Do you like the decals, the windows, or would you rather have like just a sticker? Or tell me. Some of you guys just tell me what you prefer, and that's what we'll try to do. So anyway, we're going to be on here for a little while yet. I still see got some strong storms up around Sharon Grove and Allegheny. Whippoorwill's getting some. Russellville, it's not going to be long. You'll be in on the action. Looks like we're going to get some pretty heavy stuff coming in on the south side of Russellville. It's already going on, looks like the southwestern bypass, starting to pick up some heavy rain over around Roy's Barbecue in that area. and then down where you get down past Highway 79 going down towards Clarksville. Yeah, that whole area. If you're going to be traveling down that way, you might want to wait a while till this storm passes by, because I can tell you that rain is intense. Maddie Robinson, thank you, Maddie. She says she's donated $2 and says you guys are amazing YouTubers. Maddie, we thank you so much. You don't know how much it means to us for you to have that kind of faith in us. We really appreciate it, and hopefully your family over here in Hopkinsville is safe. Maddie Robinson has super chatted $2. Thank you, Maddie, so much. No donation is too small. We really do appreciate it. I'm telling you, it means a lot. And again, we're going to kind of keep an eye on this stuff here for you. I'm going to pull out a little bit so we can still see. This is kind of like a big bow echo. It's kind of bowed out here, which means probably some winds in this part, especially around Franklin, because that's kind of in the apex of the bow, around the state line there. We're watching this little area of storms up here to the north, from Owensboro to E-Town over to Danville. Angela has super chatted $20. Hey, Angela, thank you so much. Angela has super chatted $20. Thank you, Angela. And you're also going to be getting a Watchers of the Wind decal. Again, it won't be long, and we'll have that available for everyone, and I'll let you know. Probably next time we go live, I'll try to have something on here for you. And I thank you so much. I can't tell you. I mean, you know, what can I say? Thanks is never enough. It's not a strong enough word for how I feel about you guys. Look back down here, down towards Nashville. Boy, if you're down towards Nashville, you're going to get some heavy rains. Hendersonville, you'll be getting on the action here before long. I used to live in Hendersonville. And I do want to celebrate the first super chat from Angela, though. Thank you so much, Angela. Maddie Robertson says, I can't donate $1 because I can't type. Maddie, you're doing a good job regardless. You're doing a good job. Ice Cream says, how's Florence, Alabama? Would you like me to go to, they've added some cameras down there, Mark. I need to go down there and check this out. So here's Florence. Oh, Barbara Pierpoint has donated $20. Barbara Pierpoint is now super chatted $20. Thank you so much, Barbara. You can't tell me. I just can't say enough. I'm going to look real quick at this down here in Florence, Alabama for ice cream. This is Florence Harbor Marina. It's 85 degrees under cloudy skies. Looks like they're about to get a storm, some windy conditions. So I would say, yeah, they're about to get a storm there. Didn't. James, it looks like it didn't go through, brother. I'm sorry, but I don't know why it didn't. But it says, James says, don't worry, I will see if it does on my statement. If it doesn't, I will get with you. That's fine, James. I really appreciate it regardless. And but yeah, it didn't go through on our thing here. I don't know if you tried to do it on PayPal or whatever it was, but it's okay. Maddie Roberts says, oh my God, what is it, Maddie? What's wrong? Tracy Runyon says, hey, David, all my Watchers of the Winds, how are we all? Thank you, Tracy. It's good. She's one of the ones that originated the term Watchers of the Wind. And so she was one of the creators of that, and really appreciate it. It's really taken hold, and I want to make sure, too, when I get that email, I'm going to make sure we set that up, probably a Gmail account or something, and we'll set it up to where you guys can send me your address and everything. We will get some of those decals out to you. Shelley Workman says, our tribe is strong. It certainly is, Shelley. I mean, wow. Dave says, awesome shoot. I'm starting to get tongue-tied. Awesome super chats, everyone. Thank you again, Dave. You started this stuff, and I appreciate it. Let's see what we got here.
There's your super chats.
Wow. This is EMA Tower in Alabama. I want to say this is near Florence. Um, I showed you where you were getting a storm over there at the harbor, and I guess this is part of that storm that's going through. So just wanted you to see this is Tuscumbia, Alabama. So anyway, ice cream, I hope that gives you an idea of what it's like down there. I'm going to go back up here, north, if I can not mess up my radar. There we go. I got it now. Well, we're still watching. Russellville is getting a pretty good sized storm right now. Let me go in a little closer. Hopkinsville, you're now getting just mainly steady rain. I think the worst is over for you. Elkton also. Ice cream says, thank you for looking for me, David. Hit that like button if you deserve it. I love you all and your team that does. Okay, let me start this again. My mouth is not working right. You deserve it. I love you all. I love all you and your team does to keep up the amazing work, man. Love that saying, watchers of the wind. Go ahead, Mark.
I was just going to say we appreciate everybody's contribution, and just to let you know, there are several reports of trees down around the Nashville area.
Okay.
And let me see here.
Yeah, actually, they've got a couple of strong cells there. Just west of Hendersonville is one of them.
Yeah. Reports of 55 mile per hour wind just north of Antioch. A report 55 mile per hour wind just 2 miles southwest of Nashville. Report of a photo of trees down along Highway 705 near the Lake Apartments in Bellevue. And farther back to the west, large tree down at I-40 and Highway 96. So lots of severe weather, straight line winds moving through the Nashville area.
Okay, so if you're down here in the Nashville area, take cover. If you got to travel, wait a little while this storm passes by, because it's a little strong and it's got some stout winds in it. As you heard, we've got a couple of trees down and some sporadic power outages, so just be aware of that. Albert Urban, our good friend Albert. Mark, what do you reckon he's doing? Aggravating us?
Aggravating us and probably trying to enjoy his weekend.
Well, I wonder if he found his keys yet. Do you reckon we ought to aggravate him a little bit about that?
No, those keys are long gone. I think his kid ate them.
Albert says, good afternoon. Raining lightly in Hoptown. Good afternoon, Albert. Good to see you, man. Maddie Robertson says, there's a lightning bolt next to my house. Well, be sure and take cover. James Dilworth says, that Florence camera is my favorite. It's one of mine, too. I really like that. But I tell you what, if you can see those cameras, go out and look at Mount Shasta in California. You know what? I'm going to take you out there and show it to you.
While you're working on that, Dave, yeah, since somebody mentioned a lightning bolt near their house, remember your lightning safety. When there's a thunderstorm going on, if you're outside, the saying is when the thunder roars, go indoors. And you're supposed to stay inside 30 minutes past the last time you hear thunder to make sure that there's no other lightning in your area. Do not stand under trees. Do not stand out in open areas. Go inside if at all possible. If you're out on the lakes in a boat or something, go to shore and go inside. Stay away from windows. And especially if you've got wired phones or anything else like that, be careful of using those because lightning has been known to travel along those lines as well.
I was going to show you guys, James, you were talking about your favorite camera in Florence, but this one right here is really close to being my favorite. This is Mount Shasta out in California. It's a live shot. Doesn't that look nice? The snow-capped mountains and the forest below, man, very peaceful. I'm sure the air is pleasant and cool there. I can't help it. I just love it. By the way, it is 98.3 degrees there, though, so it's not that pleasant. But the humidity, look at that, 15% humidity. Man, that means that 98 degrees is going to feel about like 85 or something. So I just thought you guys would like to see that camera. So let me go back over to where we were. I'd like to see more cameras. I'd like to see cameras all over the United States. I really enjoy. Here's one in Norman, Oklahoma. I've looked at this once before. That's where the Storm Prediction Center is, and that's 101 degrees. Oh my goodness. That is hot. So it looks like a hot day. Oh my goodness. I sweat just looking at that camera. Let's go down here. This is one in Texas. Let's see if this is a camera. It is, but the camera is not up, but it's 102 degrees there. My goodness, that is some hot stuff out to the west. Okay, so let's move on back where at least we're somewhat cooler here. Now we're looking down here around Florence again. Let's look at this one right here. This is over Mississippi, Luca, Mississippi. And you can see they're getting a storm there. The wind's blowing, raining pretty good. It's actually a pretty nice shot. Looks like a nice town there in Luca, Mississippi. Yeah, that looks like a really nice town. Peaceful, calm. 75 degrees, so that's not bad either. I swear, you know, sometimes, you know, if you want to just get tired of everything, you want to look at these cameras, and they just kind of bring you a little bit of peace because you can actually see them, and you know it's a live shot as though you're actually there. Okay, let's see. Jessica Britton says, "Are there any tornadoes with these storms in Chandler's Chapel area?" No, there's not. The only thing we got is some straight line winds. And so, yeah, you could get some strong winds. They could knock over a few trees, but really, to be honest with you, there's not a lot of that. We do have some reports of sporadic power outages down around Nashville and over around Franklin. Got a little bit of power outage over there. Let's see here. Albert Irwin says no keys yet. Sandy Christian says, "I hear thunder now and my dog is getting upset, so it must be close." You know, they make those thunder shirts for dogs. I think it's something kind of a shirt that wraps around them a little bit and kind of makes them feel comfortable. I've also heard people playing music during the storms to keep them calm. But yeah, animals get upset too. Ashley Willett says, "I'm from Redding, just south of Mount Shasta." Well, Ashley, that's beautiful country over there, girl. Beautiful. Maddie Robertson says, "My friend and me are leaving Franklin for a bit." And just where are you going, Maddie? You shouldn't be leaving without talking to us first. At least we can give you the weather wherever you're going anyway. Ice Cream says it's dark in Florence and windy and thunder. Okay, I'm just going to look back here at Florence again real quick. Let's look at this camera up here. I don't know if I've seen this one yet. Stewartsville, Alabama. Yeah, I'd say so. That's some pretty heavy rain. It's got the lens kind of fogged up. I guess it's gotten cooler. But no, it's not cooler. It's 97 degrees, so that explains the steamy camera lens. Let's see. Let's go back to the harbor. Florence Harbor Marina. Yeah, it's raining pretty good there now. Wow. The wind's blowing. That's bordering on severe right there, it looks like. I can't really tell what the wind speed is, but judging from the flags, I'd say it's at about, probably about 35 to 40 mile an hour winds right now. And it looks like gusting up a little higher. You can see the gusts swooping across the water there. Isn't that neat, though, to be able to see that stuff? Maddie says she's going to New York. How long are you going to be gone, Maddie? You're not going there permanently, surely. Look at it, 68 degrees now in Florence Harbor. Looks like that storm did go severe there in Florence. Is now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see if this is the same camera. It is. So yeah, you can see it's intensified somewhat. It's shaking the camera pretty good. James Dower says the barefoot bar camera in Iowa is also amazing. Oh, I'm going to have to look at that. Angela says thundering at my house in Lewisburg. Let's see if I can find that camera he's talking about. In Iowa.
Hey, Dave, I
Yes,
was just reviewing the latest HRRR that came out for this hour, and it shows starting about 4 a.m. a pretty hefty area of thunderstorms moving through here along the Kentucky-Tennessee border, and that runs through about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we'll be unable to be on the air right then because we're going to be getting up to go to work, but we may
Yeah.
be rocking and rolling when we go to work in the morning.
Well, you know, models are like everything else. Sometimes they can be wrong. I'm still not convinced it'd be too much because it just don't have the instability from the heating of the sun. Doesn't mean it couldn't be that way, but we'll have to see. I don't know. Let's see. Donna Lord says a pet carrier can sometimes make a fur baby feel safer. That's a good thought. Barbara Pierpoint says, what's the forecast for Clarksville? Let's see here. What's the forecast for Circleville, Ohio, near Columbus? Okay, Barbara, I will be glad to look that up for you. Since she is a super chatter, we got to do whatever we can to help her. Let's see, Columbus. Hold on, let me find a radar site. Well, that's not radar either. That's a range finder. There's not much showing up on radar there.
Yeah, all the activity right now is south of Columbus, and they're not looking for anything until probably tomorrow morning. Then they start picking up showers and thunderstorms likely, with about an 80% chance, and their high of 78.
Yeah, Circleville is between Columbus and Chillicothe, Ohio. So it's south of Columbus. Not much there. It's maybe some scattered, looks like maybe just very light drizzle or something. Not seeing much there at all. Let me look
Yeah.
at it.
Their forecast remains the same: showers 80% for Monday, and thunderstorms likely. Then showers and possibly a thunderstorm after 10 a.m. And then still 60% chance of thunderstorms and showers through Monday night with a low of 63.
Okay. Well, Barbara, I hope that answered your question. Shay Trimley says very hazy and powdery. I would say it probably is. Let me get back over here. We'll get down towards powdery. Let me get a radar shot up.
Dave, those storms over by Lewisburg and Russellville, they're starting to have a nice outflow boundary out ahead of them, so they're starting to lose a little bit of their oomph.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah. Got a few storms forming along around Auburn, looks like, around that outflow boundary there. Christy Ezel has subscribed. Welcome to the tribe, Christy. She is now a member of the Watchers of the Wind tribe. And welcome aboard, Christy. We thank you so much for subscribing. Maddie. Maddie says her friend is going 60 miles an hour, no, 67 miles an hour because she sees a tornado. Maddie, you don't see a tornado over there. It doesn't look like it. Over around Franklin, Mark, you see any kind of rotation there at all?
Not right now. Let me look. What part of Franklin is she in?
What part of Simpson County are you in, Maddie? Waiting for a response. Vicky Purdue says very dark, thundering, and windy in Russellville, Lewisburg area. She's at Logan Aluminum Gate 4 area. Starting to rain and temperature has really dropped. Maddie, we're checking on that for you. I don't see any rotation right off the top of my head, but Mark can see a little bit deeper than I can into it.
There is just one spot, and it's way off along right along State Highway 100, right at the intersection of Loving Chapel Road. There's one small speck that looks like it might have a little bit of rotation, but it's not that much.
Okay, so where are you? She says she's not in Franklin. So where are you, Maddie? Because we don't see any kind of rotation over there except one little tiny speck, and it's not enough to cause you to worry about anything. Probably what you're seeing is, oh,
Scud.
yeah, scud clouds. They look a lot like it, but she says it looked like there's a tornado though. Yeah, they can sometimes look like it, but if there's no rotation, it's not a tornado. Aaron Rhodes says, is it getting strong as it approaches Bowling Green? Well, Oakland to be exact.
No stronger than any of the rest. They're just general thunderstorms with winds maybe gusting up to 40 occasionally. They're still a little ways out from Bowling Green, or the Bowling Green area.
Hotel Mario says, looks like the storm going towards southern Muhlenberg is starting to go more eastward. Yeah, I think the one you're talking about is the one here around Lewisburg. Now it's crossed over into Logan County, just south of Dunmore. So really, that's the strongest stuff I see. And Maddie says she's almost at New York. It must be talking about New York in Kentucky somewhere. I'm not familiar with that location. And going in, I don't really see anything like that around.
Yeah, as far as the one up Muhlenberg moving more eastward, that's about where the peak of the arc of that little line of storms is. And as it starts to throw its outflow boundary out and lose strength, it's been picked up in the flow and moving more eastward than northeastward.
All right, Matt, you say you're near New York, New York. So, good grief. Let me see if there's anything up that way. Okay, I see what those circles. Those are airport radars. It shows the range on them, I suppose. I don't know. I still got some more work to do on these. I haven't.
Those are the ones that their call sign begins with a T. That's terminal radar. It covers about 30 miles around outside the radar for a close-up shot for planes coming in and out of that airport.
Yeah, you see when I punch on one of these, it has a ring shows up around it.
Right.
And I'm assuming that's what that is.
Right.
Huh. Then I go to the grayed out ones. This one should be just a regular radar. No, that's not either. Something ain't right about that. I think I've got something turned on wrong right here. I'm going to have to change.
Yeah. For New York, New York, there's not showing any kind of activity right around except for maybe a few light showers right along the shoreline of Long Island.
These storms up north.
There is some storms up by Boston and out towards Martha's Vineyard that are moving on out that have had some wind damage with them, trees down. But that's, of course, well north of New York.
Ice Cream wants to know how many rounds for Florence, Alabama. I guess she's from down there. Would you check that forecast for that area for her?
Sure thing. Hang on a second. Let me get back down that way.
Boy, these things have so many features. I don't know if I'll ever learn them all. I'm looking at, I've got a shot of the HRRR, the HRRR. This is the future radar. And this is at 4 p.m., which we've already seen that. Let's see if I can figure out how to, well, I know I can do it right here.
See, for 2 miles south-southwest of Florence, which is the point it landed on. Partly sunny and hot with a high near 97. Heat index values as high as 114. West wind around 5. They are now under an excessive heat warning, a severe thunderstorm warning, and a severe thunderstorm watch.
Wow. So yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of lightning going on down there too. I'm gonna go back down here to this camera. I want to see this again.
Right. They've got a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly before midnight. Partly cloudy, low 75. Tomorrow morning, a 20% chance of showers, or tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms after 4 p.m. Sunny and hot with a high near 98. So just because this is going through you doesn't mean it's going to cool you off much. Heat index values as high as 110. Monday
Wow.
night, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. Mostly cloudy with a low around 68. And Tuesday, they finally cool off a little bit. Their high will be 81.
That sounds much nicer. But they got some rain-cooled air going down there now. Let's see here. Here's Lexington, Alabama. They're also getting in on the rain. .83 degrees. Lexington, Alabama. Here's Florence Harbor Marina. Still getting some rain, but it's certainly calmed down a little bit from what we saw earlier. I know you guys saying, what are we worried? I don't know why we're looking at this, because it's fascinating to me, I guess. Let's go on back up here and look at our area. Still, we're doing pretty well. Looks like now Franklin's getting in on the act. A lot of heavy rains over your way, but Franklin, Portland, and looks like up around Lewisburg and Auburn. That little line right there. But I'll tell you the truth, it's raining itself out. I don't think it'll last too much longer. We're still getting some rain here at the studios. Maddie Roberts says, "Gonna go by, Dave." Okay, Maddie, we'll have a good trip wherever you are. So take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Let's see here. Scott McFerrin, storms are slowly dying with the outflow boundary building in front of the storms. I agree, Scott. You're right on it. You need to come back down here with us so you can enjoy this a little bit. Reaper says, what about 24248? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Reaper. I don't follow you unless I'm just not, my mind's not working right. Shelley Workman says, raining, humid, and temperature is 77 in Katie's. I believe that. Trish Horn says, are we getting more storms tonight in Hopkinsville? Well, that's
Probably not.
Go ahead.
Probably not until early morning, I wouldn't think.
Okay.
I mean, we could always have another stray one pop up, but everything that's popped up so far just hadn't lasted much that's come in from the west. That line of storms that was up by Elizabethtown continues along to their march one after the other off to the east. So, but none of them have developed into anything that's substantial.
Shelley Workman says 24248 might be a zip code. Very well may be. Do you have a way of looking anything up on zip code, Mark?
Sure do. Stand by.
We'll see what that says. Thank
Two
Trish.
24248.
Yeah, 24248.
That is Lee County Airport in Morristown, Tennessee.
Ah, so Reaper thought he'd stump us. I know what you're doing, Reaper. You're stumping us. Okay,
Yeah.
so
So this afternoon, 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny with a high near 85. Tonight, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly between 9 p.m. and midnight. Patchy fog after 4 a.m., otherwise mostly cloudy with a low around 69. The winds will be out of the southwest at 5, becoming calm. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch, except higher amounts possible in thunderstorms.
well, I'm pulling out here, just looking at everything. I think we are about to wind down, Mark. I don't see much else happening. Hotel Mario says, "Well, I'm going. See you later, David and Mark. Thanks for the coverage. Hope you get through it. These rough times, Dave. Prayers." I tell you, it hasn't been easy. You know, this has been one little break that I've thoroughly enjoyed, being with people that I care about, and you know, I guess they say a person is wealthy if he has one true friend, but I must be the richest guy in the world because I've got a bunch of good friends out there, and all of you are very, very, very good to me, and I can't tell you how much I enjoy it. The weather is everything. You know, I enjoy trying to keep you safe, trying to show you what you need. I really like this new map, though. I'm so proud of it. I keep harping on it because it is nice. It's easy to see. I can almost do it. If it wasn't for the chat, I could do it without having my glasses on. But chat's kind of little tiny things here. I'm having to say, well, wait a minute, what does that say? You know. But anyway, it's been a real pleasure, all of you. Let's see here. See if I've left anybody out. I don't see anything. Anybody else got any more questions for us? Don't forget to subscribe. We really need your subscriptions. It means a lot. And I only got like, I don't know, less than 300 more to go, and we're at 3,000. I really would like to hit that 3,000 mark. It would just, I don't know. I look at some of these other places. I mean, some of these people, I don't know how they get so many subscribers. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what it is. But, you know, someone got like 50,000 subscribers. I think, what? You know, and they may be covering places not even close by. I can't imagine that. But I try to stay where I'm known and where I know the terrain and know the people there. M.E. says, nice to meet your channel today. Thank you, M.E. And Nancy Rogers says, how is Bowling Green going to be? Bowling Green's about to be in the clear. There's not a lot left up there. Aaron Rhodes says, Maddie's a troll. Might be. Yeah, I was kind of having some questions about that, but we'll see. I doubt if we'll see her back on. But actually, she did donate $2, so she did super chat it. So maybe she's not. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. Shelley Workman says, I'm off to start supper. Love and prayers, guys. Thank you so much, Shelley. And Brady, let's see here. Brady Roop says, is there going to be more storms tonight in Greenville, Kentucky? Well, you know, and I'm going to leave y'all with this. Let me just talk about that real quick. There may be a few more storms, but I think they're going to be just plain thunderstorms. So it may get a little noisy, may wake you up. I don't see much in the way of severe, even though there's a slight risk. I mean, a marginal risk, isn't it, Mark?
It's slight for right now, but it'll become marginal as we head towards morning.
Okay, so we'll see. I don't really think it's going to be much in the way of severe. Again, if it is, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to be on live because Mark and I both have to be at work in the morning. I'm going back after several days off for bereavement, and you know, I'm hoping that I've recovered pretty good. I guess I have. If you ever do recover from something like that. But anyway, Aaron Rose says, thanks for keeping everybody that actually need it informed. Thank you, Aaron, so much. you know, you've been a loyal follower on here, I guess, ever since we started, and I wanted to thank you for that. So all of you have been very loyal, and I'm always, when I come back on, I'm always glad to see you. It just wouldn't be the same if I didn't see you. But, you know, I know it's getting close to supper time. It's Sunday evening. We've been at this for about an hour and a half, and so I want to tell you all, thank you so much for everything, and we're going to go ahead and close this session now. Mark, you got any last words you want to say?
Just remember to stay safe. If you're out driving around and you've had one of these storms go through, watch out for water standing on the road. Remember, turn around, don't drown.
Yeah, please don't. I don't need any more deaths in my life. So you guys take good care of yourself. And let's see here. Nancy Rogers says, y'all are the best. I trust y'all for my weather. I'm lots calmer since that tornado. And I'm glad to hear that, because that means we did our job, Nancy. Thank you all so much for joining us. And I don't know how soon I'll see you again, but because if I do see you, it means there's probably some bad weather in the area. We may do some stuff, though, some shorts, like a short video that teaches you a little bit about some of the weather things. We're working on that now. We just haven't gotten it done yet with everything that's happened. But we'll get it done, and so be watching for it. And it's never too late to subscribe. Even if we're not on live, you can still subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, and I love you guys. I'll see you.